Well, for a while now, we've been told that the next Mario movie would simply be titled Super Mario Bros. 2, the movie, and would be releasing on April 3rd of 2026. It seems like that release date is still planned, but the name, however, seems to have been changed, which might tell us everything we need to know about what this movie is going to be like. Now, there's a lot of information that we need to go over because this title implies a lot of things. But first, I want to thank Zen Market for sponsoring today's video. Zen Market is a proxy shopping service that helps you buy and ship goods directly from Japanese sites. All you do is search an item, find it, and drop it into your cart like you normally would in any other shop. In fact, you can buy from over 10,000 different Japanese stores, including shops that you're familiar with. And with free 60-day storage, you can shop until you drop. Zen Market provides 19 languages and great customer service for anyone, and they will make sure that your items are well packed and well consolidated, plus no consolidation fees. And you can buy practically anything from any Japanese online store as long as it's eligible for international shipping. And you'll feel safe and sound as you search and shop, as it's trusted by over 2 million users worldwide. So if you want to start shopping around the world, click on the link down below in the description and use my code Nin10doland to get a free 1,000 Zen points when you sign up, which is the equivalent to 1,000 yen on your next purchase, which gives you just about $7 US to spend on whatever you want. So use my code to sign up and start shopping now. And big thanks to Zen Market for sponsoring today's video. So apparently the name of this movie is going to be Super Mario World. Yeah, that's the entire name, which is strange. Now, it has been further changed on the official NBC Universal website, but Andre from GameXplain actually posted this before it got changed to a segment in their article where they showed blockbuster movies coming out soon, with a long list of upcoming movies, and one of those movies is the Super Mario World movie. Now, if you go back and actually look at the NBC website, you'll see that the Mario movie is nowhere to be seen. They completely got rid of it. It seems like they also removed Shrek and the Minions movie, because we know Shrek 5 is coming out and there's also a new Minions movie for Despicable Me releasing. Now, it does make me wonder if these were removed because they were placeholder names. For instance, it never said Shrek 5, it just said Shrek, and for the Minions, it just said Minions with no other title at all. So maybe these were just 3 placeholders for future movies that they didn't have the right names to, so they just took them down until they get their actual names. But I find it strange for the case of Mario, because wouldn't they just say Mario Bros. 2 since that's been the title for so long now? Why would they even try to call it Super Mario World? Are they confusing it with the theme park? I don't know, but to me, it sounds like maybe they got some word of the actual name of the film that's been changed, and they accidentally leaked it a little too early before Nintendo could, and Illumination themselves, but we might be getting the title Super Mario World for this new movie. So what does this mean exactly for the movie? Well, I actually think this makes a lot of sense, because the first movie was almost like a combination of tons of different Mario games. I think it was a little bit of Mario Bros. 1, Mario Bros. 3, maybe even a little bit of Mario Bros. 2 thrown in there, and even little parts of Mario World as well. It kind of like covered all the classic Mario titles and gave us a pretty basic first story. So I think shooting for something more along the lines of Super Mario World would make a lot of sense from the SNES, taking maybe the gang to a new region, like for instance Dinosaur Land, where they explore a completely new region. We know Yoshi is going to be in this movie. He was the post-credit character that we saw, so that also fits the theming of Super Mario World. But it also might confirm something else that I was really hoping to see with this next movie, is 7 brand new characters in the theming of the Koopalings. Yes, I really want to see the Koopalings in this movie, and if it is based on Mario World, that's actually where they debuted, so it would make a lot of sense. Now, I believe in the actual Super Mario Bros. 3 television show, the Koopalings were actually the kids of Bowser, so I actually hope they pull from that storyline again. I think it makes more sense than just having these 7 random Koopalings without giving a good story explanation as to who they are and why they're here and why they're just 7 kids working for Bowser. I think it just fits the story a lot better if they just make it Bowser's children. I almost hope they actually change that in the games as well. But seeing all of them and their wacky personalities would be so cool. Lemmy would be the youngest and more like the brat of the 7. Larry would kind of be like the little leader that just likes to take charge and do whatever he wants. Iggy would be the wacky, crazy, goofy one that's kind of like off his rocker. Morton would just be the stupid one. one that doesn't know what he's doing. Roy could be the calm, collective, narcissist jock type of character. Ludwig would be the mad scientist brains of the operation, and Wendy would just be the pompous princess of the group, who only cares about looking good and not breaking a nail or something along those lines. But I feel like these 7 would add so much characterization to the story, and maybe just a lot more story this time around, because the first movie really didn't have any. I do wonder how they're going to handle Bowser Jr. if the Koopalings are added. Is Bowser Jr. going to be held back as like the special child that doesn't come out until later on? Is he going to be also with the Koopalings during this adventure? Because we know eventually Bowser Jr. has to have a very important role. Personally, I would love to see him in a role with the Koopalings like we've seen in the Mario and Luigi spin-off games with like Bowser Jr.'s journey and Bowser's minions from Mario Luigi Superstar Saga and Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. That would be really cool to see him interact with the Koopalings and maybe even take charge of them and be the little leader that he's trying to be in those games. Like he's trying really hard to make his dad proud, so he needs to work with the Koopalings in order to do so. That'd be pretty cool. This might be a weird one too, but I kind of hope Princess Peach gets kidnapped in this movie. The first movie wasn't really about saving Peach all that much, besides like the very, very end. It was more about saving Luigi and the other characters that's been imprisoned by Bowser. Peach didn't really get captured until, like I said, the very end of the movie, which she still didn't even really get captured. She was just kind of in this wedding with Bowser that she broke free of by herself. So I would love to actually see her get captured, and maybe Mario is up to him only, or maybe it's just like Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi, or Mario, Luigi, and Toad. I don't know, but I would like to see Mario actually be the hero kind of by himself, or lead his own group of heroes to go save Princess Peach. Would be pretty cool. I feel like a lot of the first movie was just Peach training Mario how to be a hero, you know, which was very strange because that's never happened in the games. Like Mario just is the hero. He comes to the Mushroom Kingdom and saves the day, defeats Bowser, and rescues Peach on his own. So I would like to see Mario work more on his own in this movie and be that hero that he is now. Now, something else about the title is maybe it's not referencing Mario World per se, like the actual game, but rather Mario going on a journey around the globe that does reference tons of other past areas. Maybe he finally visits Al Delfino, or maybe he goes to Sarasaland and meets Daisy. Maybe he meets Wario and Waluigi in a whole different region where Wario's castle is or something. Or maybe similar to Super Mario Odyssey, where Mario actually comes upon some of the kingdoms like Sarasaland. We saw that one teased, and even Bomb Battlefield teased. So maybe there's stuff like that that they actually expand on for the story. So really, any of the kingdoms from Odyssey, or the world themes from Mario 3D World, or even Mario 64's different regions could work. So maybe that's what they're talking about with the Mario World, kind of Mario going on this globe-trotting adventure, very similar to Odyssey, but revisiting past places, or for the first time in this movie, but revisiting past places from Mario games. But either way, wherever they go and whatever they do in this movie, I really hope the Koopalings are involved. I feel like that could be a really cool story, how Mario's going around trying to defeat every single Koopaling, and then they're all joining up at the very end of the movie in order to fight Mario and his gang all together. Could be something that would be really interesting, and seeing all the personalities of the Koopalings matched with the main characters like Mario, Luigi, and Toad could actually make for a really solid, funny, and entertaining story. So let me know what you think. Do you think the next movie is going to be titled Super Mario World, the movie? Do you think it's going to have the Koopalings, and would you want it to have the Koopalings or different characters? Let me know what you think about this down below. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe before you head out. And like always, I hope you all have a blessed day, and I'll see you all on the next one. See you guys.